Hi, I'm Joan Newcomb, and today's Mystic Minute is Life Beyond Limits, How to Live with Infinite Possibilities. Don't you think that would be wonderful? Can't you imagine how fabulous it would be if that you could just have infinite possibilities in your life? I mean, we all have such hopes and dreams, and all we want is everything we want. And yet, we actually live that way. We live in a world of infinite possibilities, and we don't seem to notice because we're so focused on the limitations where we're at. It is a kind of weird quirk that we have, that we tend to focus in the direction that we're going, even if that's not the direction we want to be in. We tend to focus on the environment around us, even though we're uncomfortable with this environment. And this isn't about changing your environment, like doing a geographical shift, because that's another thing that we all do. We all go I'm going to quit my job or quit this relationship because all of those things are the things I'm dissatisfied with. And it's also not necessarily about going, well, now I have to do some really deep inner work because it's an old pattern that I'm also really dissatisfied with it. It's then you go excavating into the past, and you're all still working within this realm of limitations and really distortions, and not within the freedom and clarity of reality as it really is. So here's the thing: if you are living within a lot of discomfort and a lot of feeling like the world is happening to you, and these things are happening to you, and there's these people and things who are more powerful than you are, then you are coming from your perspective as your personality. And our bodies and our personalities are very limited, and of course they're going to see things as more powerful. These lifetimes are limited. These bodies aren't living forever. These personalities are part of this vehicle. And the amazing thing is, it's a little bit like walking into a grocery store wanting to buy some cereal and only seeing what's on the bottom shelf. Now, there's actually a lot of interesting things on the bottom shelf because they're putting all the popular stuff right in front of you necessarily. And even so, if you're only looking at one shelf, you're only seeing just a small range. Now, this example doesn't actually work in other countries where you only got a certain amount of choices, but you probably still have shelves. And if you aren't looking at the higher shelves, you're not noticing, oh my gosh, I could be having these things instead. Or stepping back and going, there's an entire aisle worth of things to choose from, or I don't even need to get something from this aisle because there's an entire store of possibilities. And shift your perspective to even beyond that. There's more than this store. There's more than these kind of possibilities. I could grow my own. I could make something different. I could go to a restaurant. There's so many other possibilities and choices. And actually, when you're working as consciousness, there are choices that are beyond the unseen that can fold into reality. And our little personalities are really uncomfortable with all of those kind of choices because we like the familiarity of our discomfort. Even though we complain about it, we're kind of used to our routines and our ruts, really. So how do we live with these infinite possibilities? How do you go forward with realization that there are infinite possibilities? And so if I am living with a discomfort or a challenge as it is, I must be choosing it. Fuck no, I'm not choosing this reality. So I'm now going to resist it. I'm going to resist this reality. That's still working as your little self. Reality transforms without any effort when you step back and experience it as consciousness. Reality becomes this amazing playground with options for different games to play, different experiences to have. When you're living life as consciousness, you experience it as infinite possibilities. You experience it beyond the limitations of your mind, your intellect, your personality, and the constructs of society, family, or whatever. So if you want something to change in your life, it's actually a lot easier than you think. So many people have talked to me about these things that they have struggled with for years, these challenging situations, these uncomfortable dilemmas they've had, and oh my gosh, when they finally made the shift, it's like, I wish I had done this years ago. I wish I had done this years ago. All this struggle and sleepless nights, and all I had to do was this. So if you want to know more about how to live your life beyond limitations and how to have a life of infinite possibilities, I happen to have a webinar coming up on Thursday this week. And if you're catching this at another time, the recording will be up. So just sign up below to either get the Zoom call-in details for the live webinar this Thursday, April 19th at 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern, or catch the recording, which will be put up right afterwards, or go to my website, joan-newcomb.com, and you'll find the recording there as well. And besides just the recording, if you go to my website, joan-newcomb.com, you'll see my weekly podcasts where I talk about these things, my weekly blogs where I write about these things, the meetups that I hold around the Puget Sound where we can all come together to talk about these things, and other monthly webinars where you can connect with me if you're from beyond the Puget Sound. And if you want to have personalized, in-depth, tailored just for you, ways to navigate your life in this realm of infinite possibilities, go to my website, joan-newcomb.com, and look at my coaching programs. So go to joan-newcomb.com, and I'll see you in another couple days with another Mystic Minute.